Let's do this!
Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Tanner, Drew, and Laura, we are live.
Yeah.
Morning. We got more Pantera tickets today. Got them all week long. Your next chance to win is coming up here at 7:30. We'll play the 5 and 10 game.
Yeah.
Also, Beefwater is back with another fast food frenzy, and this time he'll be finally allowed to eat whatever he wants at these restaurants.
Yeah, I'm interested to see his style coming out of the blocks.
Yeah, me too. Because even when he had his reward meal on Friday, he still opted for the more healthy choice,
which just upset me.
Yeah, well,
you know, we're supposed to be celebrating. He's over there eating a salad wrap.
Yeah, and I don't normally eat a 9 a.m. burger, and I even partook in a double cheese in your honor.
Yeah, I appreciate that because you're a good man. Casey's just, trying to show off over there. But he did win, so congratulations. You can see the videos online of the spider, the finale, all that stuff at 1059thebrew.com.
Yeah.
Also today we've got what was the thing? Oh yeah, we want to know if you've ever hooked up with a handyman.
Ooh.
You know, lots of adult movies have started that way, right? Where the handyman comes over, next thing you know, bing bong boom.
Yeah.
They're getting weird in the kitchen or whatever.
Does that ever get mimicked in real life?
Yeah, has that ever actually happened? Have you ever been a handyman that went to work on somebody's place and it led to things led to one?
There was just a super hot girl inside who was like ready to jump your bones.
Or vice versa, right? Maybe you're the person at home and the handy person comes over and, you get weird.
I'd love to hear either side of that story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it fantasy completely, or do people just pop off on some linoleum every once in a while?
Well, at 8 a.m. we'll find out. So we'll take your calls coming up at 8. Also, man, the last couple of days, they've had that little traffic sting. They blocked down.
Still going?
Today was the first day it was open again.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
They blocked the left lane where you couldn't turn left, and every single time I've been through that light, whether it's going to work or coming home, I've seen somebody pulled over because they just were like, I'm going to go anyway.
Yeah.
And I wonder if the police are bummed. They're like, man, our payday's over.
I know, they were racking up tickets left and right.
They cashed while they could.
Today was the first day it's been open in a little under a week, and I'm just so impressed at how quickly these construction guys can get something up. What they were building was, here in Tigard, they're building wheelchair accessible intersections everywhere, right?
Oh yeah, with the little slope.
Yeah, the little slope. We haven't had them in Tigard and in certain areas, and so they're just putting them up everywhere.
Yeah.
And it blows me away that they had that done in just like 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
The thing was shut down a little longer because I think they needed to prepare people, but the actual construction was done was quickly.
They fly. I mean, think about the heads who just did I-217. I mean, they did that entire freeway in a weekend of repaving it.
Yeah.
That's pretty big time.
Yeah, like they're not working overnight, are they? Or are they just
I think in some cases.
And they have to work around the rain, and they have to, especially the freeway project, have to have it open 5 a.m. on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no qualms about that. You will destroy a city.
Yeah.
Got to get it open by Monday, and they did.
Well, those guys, the organization, the manpower, it's impressive. So if you're working outside, if you're doing construction, you're just building something with your hands. You guys impress me. I mean, we're in here doing fart jokes.
Yeah.
And you're out there kicking ass.
But we are making mannerisms with our hands during that time.
That's true. That's true.
It's very true. All right, let's see what's trending. Let's get it on. What the big story is. Whatever.
Big whatever.
So you can't even get this right. It's time to go around the room and share what we think the biggest stories of the day are. I'll kick this off again, man. The Powerball jackpot has rolled over once again. There was no grand prize winner last night. So this is pushing the already massive jackpot to an estimated $643 million.
Ooh.
Of course, if you take that cash option, you'd net $291 million. It just blows my mind how much they take out in taxes.
I know.
It's more than half at this point.
Of course, striking it rich is anything but easy. They say odds are 1 in 292 million.
Somebody's going to win that cash, though?
Yeah.
And
Could
now's
be you.
when it starts to really multiply. It's like it'll go like 700 million, 850, a billion. It just goes like boom, boom, boom.
Because people who wouldn't necessarily buy a Powerball ticket when it's 20 million are now like, oh, Oh, but 600 million, that sounds kind of nice.
And it starts to go up quick.
I read the other day that someone in Oregon did win $1 million.
Because
that probably happens fairly frequently, you think?
That's got to feel great. And does it linger that you were one ball away from glory? I mean, a million's a million.
Yeah, I would try not to think about it. I think it'd eat you alive.
You'd have to. You're like, I'm a bigger winner than anyone I've ever met in this game.
Stop being a sore winner.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the gambler in me. Like, could I have gotten the big one?
Right.
The big story to me is zombie squirrels.
Oh.
Yep, they're a thing. They're being spotted throughout the U.S., and I saw Laura's ears perk up like, maybe I could get one of those. Well, you're not going to want these because they are squirrels with oozing warts.
Oh.
Yep, and the zombie squirrels have been captured and a couple of times and shared on social media, and we've seen this since 2023 with a recent surge this summer. The experts claim the rodents are likely suffering from squirrel fibromatosis. I don't know exactly what that is, but the viral skin disease is caused, you don't really care how it's caused. They've got a skin disease, and the condition could be fatal, but when you see these squirrels, they look like the undead, and it's not a threat to humans, pets, or birds, so just keep an eye on the squirrels, and maybe you'll get a zombie squirrel in your yard.
And if you see an oozing squirrel, it's fine. Just leave it alone.
Gross.
I think the big story is that finally Washington's first In-N-Out has an opening date. Their restaurant in Ridgefield will open tomorrow.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, they originally hoped to open last month, but they were delayed while details worked out for the expected traffic jam. So they have been planning. But once the line is full, new customers are going to be turned away. So a line of vehicles can extend onto public roads. There is indoor seating for 73 people and 28 seats outside. Currently, of course, the nearest In-N-Outs for Washington residents are in Kaiser or Nampa, Idaho. But now you're going to have one a little bit closer to home. That is interesting, though, the way they're doing that once the line is full, too bad, you're out of luck.
Yeah, but that makes sense. It gets
you gotta
crazy.
Stay out of the road.
It didn't when it opened in Colorado Springs when you were there, Laura.
It was stretched out into the interstate. The line was 14 hours long, so that's probably.
I mean, is a cheeseburger really worth it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Hours.
It's
Even
all
you
about
got to bring snacks just to get food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. It's all about the planning, though. This Chick-fil-A they opened right by us. There's no line into the street. They just bought enough parking.
That's good plan.
All right, more on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. By the way, 4 days ago, some Powerball players win millions across the United States, including New Hampshire, Texas, and Oregon.
Nice.
So someone got their hands on $1 million.
Nice.
All right, coming up in just a little bit, we'll check those talkback messages. Hang on.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Yeah. Happy Tuesday. We were talking about the new In-N-Outs that's about to open up in Ridgefield.
Yeah.
When's the official opening date?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Creeping now.
Somebody from 3049 sent a text in and said, you won't be going to the In-N-Out for months, probably. I haven't even been to the one. Actually, I think I drove through it. I think I drove through the drive-through once, or maybe I went inside.
In Kaiser?
Yeah, I don't remember what I did.
I went inside in Kaiser, and that was the time that I got my number.
I must have gone inside.
I got my number, and it was like the DMV from hell. It was like 80 numbers away. But still, if you want it, you gotta. I feel like going in is a little easier.
Yeah, I was just talking to somebody over the weekend. He's like, "Don't bother with the drive-through. Just go inside."
Yeah, that's what I've always
fun.
found. Drive-through is just forever, but you go inside. Every time I went inside in California, it was like 15 minutes.
Yeah, and
bad.
I think that anyone who thinks that it's going to be a couple of months in Ridgefield is wishful thinking. It's still busy, and I backed out of the one in Salem a month and a half ago. You know, so it's still that busy.
And this one is like in the parking lot of a Costco, so it's like it's a busy area.
Oh yeah.
We were also talking about how quickly these construction guys get road work done. They built these sidewalks in Tigard, and they just had them up in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And 2396 says, my buddy does groundwork for the union, and Drew's right. They have to have the road open by Monday. And my buddy will work. He'll work all day and night just to get it done.
Yeah, and I wonder what the rules are with, all of the labor laws, and do they have to bend those rules because the infrastructure of the city relies on it?
He says he gets the next day off, so maybe they work him hard, and then you just get to chill for a bit.
Maybe it's like a firefighter.
Yeah,
it was like 48 hours on, 36 hours. I don't know. It's
my
usually
uncle.
on that, but
My uncle was a firefighter, and it was 2 days on, 2 days off.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
That was in Texas 20 years ago, but.
I wonder the firefighter how much they got to train to, because we only ever see them at the grocery store, right? Or at a fire, but there's got to be like training, like they got a gym in there.
I think they have like everything.
Because you don't want them to be a lunky dunk, like we went to the fire, but we've been eating.
I'm sure there's a fitness facility in there.
Yeah. Well, those guys stay pretty fit.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they do.
9197, that's our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. We do have your tickets to go see Pantera coming up in about an hour. We'll play the 5 and 10 game for your chance to win. So the Cambridge Dictionary is adding over 6,000 new entries this year as the English language continues to evolve or devolve.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it. Because there's sometimes I hear words and I go, that's not a word. That's just like the beginning of a 4-syllable word, and you're just choosing to go with that.
Yeah, and what's the difference between a slang and a permanent word? It's like sometimes I feel it's unearned.
Now, the Cambridge Dictionary, it's not like as concrete as like the Webster Dictionary, right, Laura?
Good question.
Is Cambridge?
I don't know.
Because that sounds.
It sounds sophisticated, but like I thought like the Webster Dictionary. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't picked up like a physical dictionary in ages, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, well,
just thumb through them.
If it is the end all be all to the words, then we're screwed because it looks like skibbity, delulu, and tradewife are among the words added to the
tradwife.
Tradwife. What's that?
Tradwife is a traditional wife who like subscribes to normative gender roles, like a woman who stays at home, doesn't work, cooks, cleans, raises kids.
A tradwife.
So I'm married to a tradwife.
Correct. She's an awesome tradwife.
It's funny that that's like a thing.
So according to lexical program manager Colin McClungtosh, whatever the hell that is.
Macintosh?
MCLN Tosh.
Oh.
McClintosh? Perhaps? I don't know.
Skibbity, a nonsensical term coined by a YouTuber, is among the new slang terms being incorporated. So that's like skibbity toilet. I would guess that.
What does that mean,
I still
though?
don't know. Like
people just say, but you mean skibbity toilet. Okay, what are we talking about?
I've heard people talk about. I'm just going to type in skibbity toilet into YouTube.
Or skip the toilet, skibbity itself, by itself. What does that mean? If it's in the dictionary, what's the new
Yeah, what does Cambridge Dictionary say about
What the hell was going
That does not tell us anything.
It says skibbity is a slang term with variable meanings, often used as a joke or with no specific meaning.
And okay, I would love to know.
Oh, it means something that has no meaning.
It means nothing.
I don't.
That's great.
Skibbity.
Welcome to the end.
Anyway, that's a new word.
What?
Yeah, also trad wife, referring to a stay-at-home mother. Delulu, meaning delusional.
Yes.
Oh, I
But
like
like,
that.
okay, but like
You're so
Delulu,
Delulu.
Delulu shouldn't be in the dictionary because it's an abbreviation for a longer word. It's like putting deaf, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the dictionary.
Ob.
It's, yeah.
It's like short for obviously. We
Duh.
don't need to do that.
The dictionary is also recognizing new words spawned by the pandemic, like mouse jiggler, a device used.
Excuse me?
a mou-
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
make
yeah.
it look like you're busy at work.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. Not what's in your dresser.
Yeah. Because I
cons-
was going to say, I think I have one of those.
Concerns over climate change have also led to an addition of forever chemical, a persistent environmental
Oh, yeah.
pollutant.
Which is in everything now.
So yeah, there are a whole bunch of new words going in.
Bunch of mouse jigglers.
I'm going to use it as an insult.
Yeah, it's an insult to the lazy worker.
Mouse jiggler.
No good mouse jiggler.
I'd love to know from parents what's a word that your kids keep saying that just makes you crazy. Is it skibbity toilet? Is
Honestly, skibbity's got to be like...
Is it
'cause, like,
bruh?
when you Google skibbity, it's just a picture of a scary head coming out of a toilet. It's
one thing
terrible.
that bothers me about the bruh thing, like we've been saying bro forever, bruh, whatever, but these like kids say it now and they all say it like they're in a music video, bruh. Like when
Bruh.
they call their moms that makes me crazy.
Oh yeah.
God.
Anytime, like my middle kid will try out and try and and when she's in a mood, she'll try and call me bro or something. And as a parent, you want them dead.
Yeah, right.
Like,
that makes you crazy.
Yeah, and you have to be very like creative on how you get them away from it because you don't
Yeah.
want them to know that it hurts. But I don't like
I'm
being
not your
broed
bro.
or duded
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
by
gonna
my
say,
kids.
dude.
What words do your kids say that make you want to turn the car around? That's what we want to know this morning. 866-445-1059. But bro's the one for you, Drew, with your,
I
with your
mean,
daughters.
luckily-
They're still young, so.
And, they got tablets for this trip we're going on. YouTube's not on those things. I have a 10-year-old. I don't need her calling me bruh. We're at an age where I'm going to let that stuff happen on its own. But YouTube is the root of most
You're
of these
being
words.
so phantom taxed, Dad.
Yeah, has she ever whipped out a skibbity on you?
No,
or-
there's no skibs at my
good.
house yet.
That's great.
Just underpants, no skibbities.
What's-
See, skibbies is a name for your undies.
Skibby, not skibby.
When I was a kid, a skibby was like your skibs, like a
Your
pair of
underwears.
underpants.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I heard this on the internet.
Ohio. Riz. You're so cutie toilet. I just wanna be your Sigma. I wanna raise you up.
We're doomed. We're doomed as
Yeah,
a
this
people.
is. We're
I mean,
cooked.
this is
not
where I
good.
just go out and turn the circuit breaker off.
Yeah. No more internet for the day.
Yeah, right. That was a nugget singing "Everybody Dance Now" by the way.
A chicken nugget?
A chicken
See,
nugget.
now that's the type
That's
of content I want to see.
That's a different thing altogether.
Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity.
Oh my
You're
god.
so phantom tack.
Well, you know what phantom tax is, though.
What is that?
Phantom tax. I can't say it on the radio.
Oh, really?
It's when.
Is that a child singing that?
Yeah.
It felt like.
Yes.
Okay, and you can't say it on the radio, and a
I'm
kid
trying
is
to.
singing
I'm trying to
about
come
It's
up with
'cause
like
Laura's so skibbity. That's why.
it. Yeah.
That is why.
She's so skibbity.
I'm trying to come up with an appropriate way to explain what fan. It's when things happen but nothing.
All right, I'm going to turn it off. The mic's off for 2 seconds. 3, 2.
You've been watching
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure why a 9-year-old even
Phantom
knows
text.
that.
That happens to me once in a while. All right, coming up in a few minutes. Tell us what kids are you? What words are your kids saying that just make you crazy? Is it bruh? Is it phantom tax? Is it skibbity? 98197. That is our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. I do want to tell you about my friends over at the Advocates. If you're ever in a car accident, you got to reach out to these guys because they're the ones who are going to make sure that the insurance companies pay you. I mean, that's what you pay them every month for, right? So when you're in a situation, they help you out. But as soon as that happens, what do? They get all dodgy. They lowball you. The advocates just aren't going to let that happen. They've been doing this so long that they know exactly what to say and exactly what to do to these insurance companies to make sure that they pay you what you're entitled to. That's all you're asking for, is just what you're entitled to. So you can take care of your bills. When you're recovering from an accident, you should just be focused on your recovery, not the drama that the insurance companies bring. So reach out to my friends Ken and Donnie at The Advocates. They'll be able to help you out. Even if you're not sure if you have a case, tell The Advocates your story. They'll be able to point you in the right direction either way. They don't even get paid until you win. So reach out to them and, make sure that the insurance companies know what's up. They will fight tirelessly for you, and tell them that I sent you and everything will be cool. Advocateslaw.com is a website. That's advocateslaw.com. The next time you're in a car accident, you're going to need more than an attorney. You're going to need an advocate. Tell them Tanner sent you. Advocateslaw.com. That's advocateslaw.com.
Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
A little bit of Monday Night Football felt nice last night with some action coming from the starters. You see a Jaden Daniels touchdown, watching Joe Burrow throw one of those rockets into the corner of the end zone for another touchdown of his own. It's starting to feel real as we turn the corner. And right after Labor Day, you're looking at football season. Also, even before Labor Day, you're going to get the college games going. But there's still a lot of noise going around. Multiple players sat out last night's game, not because they're waiting for the season, not because they're injured, but because they're waiting for their money. Now, this is pretty wild. Trey Hendrickson, who is one of the best players in the NFL at defensive end for the Bengals, says that he's not playing because the Bengals won't guarantee any of his money after this next year. When you play a brutal sport that could just knock you out and you never make another dollar, you have to kind of stand firm when you can. And for being someone who's given the Bengals their all, they've really kind of closed the pocketbook and crossed their arms. We'll see what happens. As will he be traded in the next couple of days, or will they find a way to get a little bit more money on the books? But for now, they may lose one of the best players in all of football. There's your sports.
Thank you much. In the last segment, we were talking about annoying things your kids say, like skibbity, because apparently skibbity and delulu and tradwife are all words that are being added to the Cambridge Dictionary.
Tradwife.
Tradwife, skibbity toilet. So we want to know.
I hate it.
We want to know what words are your kids saying that just make you insane, that make you want to turn the car around.
Yeah.
We're getting so many texts coming in this morning.
Oh, I bet.
Like, I'll just give you one. This one from 6996 says, my kids call me their birth giver.
Birth giver.
Stop.
Birth giver, when's dinner?
Oh, my God. Can imagine the response to birth giver.
More of your calls and texts coming up. Also, Pantera tickets on the way.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Pantera tickets, we got them all this week. We'll have another pair for you coming up here around 7:30 this morning. At the top of the show, we were talking about these words that have been added to the Cambridge Dictionary. Words like skibbity, delulu, and tradwife are among the 6,000 new entries this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, delulu. You're so delulu.
Which is short for delusional, we learned.
Right.
And skibbity, we still not really sure what it means. But
Well, because nobody does, because that's what it means. Something that means nothing.
Yeah.
It
right?
can mean whatever or nothing at all.
Yeah.
Which is the worst definition I've ever heard for a word.
So we want to know if there's like words your kids say that just make you crazy. You know, I hear on the internet, I see these videos of their kids calling their parents bruh. Like bruh, give me my phone back, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you my grades aren't that bad.
Yeah, I think that it's a lot of kids doing it, but you're failing to stop that at the gate. You know?
Yeah.
First brah is,
Nope.
turn your phone off.
We have a lot of text messages coming in on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. These are some of these are so bad. Like, I would be so annoyed if my kids just kept screaming them at me. This one from 7176 says brother. Their kids are always saying brother.
Brother.
Okay.
I do say brother a lot. Like, what's up, brother?
But
But you
if
don't
you're,
say that to your
but
mom.
if you're not,
No, I
it's
don't
not
say it to my mom.
disrespectful when you're doing it to your buddies.
Yeah.
It's true. 1790 says when my kids say bruh or say about to instead of about to. I'm about to.
I'm about to.
He says the English language is crashing through rock bottom.
Now, to try and, play devil's advocate a little bit, we were lazy worded too. When we were young, when I was younger, saying things like the zers and eating a za and just like sloth talk.
Yeah,
is
by the
what
way,
I call it.
that means getting
Eating-
a slice of pizza at a Blazer game is what he just said. by the way.
those types of things. But it's sloth talk from back then.
Yeah.
It's part of it is just being young and lazy.
Drew, don't make excuses for this. Okay.
Yeah, this one's bad. I hear people say this, like, listen, man, I'm dead serious, no cap.
No cap.
That
No
means
cap.
I'm not lying.
Not
3049
kidding
says
about that.
no cap is literally the stupidest slang people keep saying.
No cap.
No cap. 6996 says, we mentioned this earlier, my kids like to call me birth giver.
See, I feel like that is, that person has done so much for you. You don't get to do that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I feel like it's, and not to use the word too many times, but disrespectful.
Yeah. I agree.
This was another one that says my kids like to call their moms their spawn point.
Spawn points.
Yeah, I put that in that same category.
Yeah, be like, I literally keep you alive. You should
Oh man.
be nice to me.
Well, that one's pretty funny. I would not approve of it if I were the dad, but I would
you can-
silently giggle to myself.
Yeah, you can tip your cap to good material. That's for sure.
3037 says fake news alert. Phantom tax is the dad tax of the Gen Z world. You buy the food you're entitled to. You buy the food you're entitled to a bite, not whatever Laura is implying.
Oh, see, that is true. I looked it up also, but it is both meanings. But phantom tax does refer to stealing food.
Okay.
Yes. But if you look it up in Urban Dictionary, you'll get the one that I said.
5493 says, I was skibbity toilet for Halloween last year thinking my kids would find it hilarious, but it ended up just scaring the crap out of every child in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Also, the most annoying things kids say is Ohio Riz. I haven't heard that. Ohio. I've heard Riz, but not Ohio Riz. What's Ohio
I think
Riz?
Ohio is like cringe.
Oh, yeah, because it is a pretty
Right?
cringe place. I've been through it. It's
That's
awful.
true. Ohio's worst.
Oh my God, when I typed in Ohio Riz, it said, you mean Ohio Skibbity Riz? Stop.
Oh my God.
Just stop it.
2396 says, oh my God, my son is always saying the Italian brain rot characters' names and words. I don't even think it's freaking English. Look him up. Italian brain rot.
Man, I don't think that.
Some of this stuff I've never heard of.
I'm putting in
that
a
is.
partition in my car because when my kids hit the age where they're saying these words, I can't be there for that.
Like, please stop.
I'm going to turn it like a limo where the window comes up. in the
Yeah.
All right, this is top 10 Italian brain rot animals. I don't know what this
What?
is.
Classifica dei 10 migliori animali.
Okay, well, I don't know what
I
that
don't
says.
know.
middle. Informative.
Italian brain rot tier list. Tralalelo tralala is A tier. His
Oh, you know what? I don't even care.
This is
Tra-la-la,
what?
As soon as you said tra-la-la, I just checked out.
It's like,
The hell
what
is that?
going on? the rest of the world's trying to learn our language in school.
If aliens probably did visit us, and then they heard the word skibbity toilet.
They're like, nah, we changed our
and
minds.
fa la la, whatever that guy said, tra la la, and then took, and then bailed. This is another one. 5858 says, sus drives me nuts, and my 17-year-old daughter calls me bro, and I told her I'm washing her mouth out with soap, and she has never called me that since.
Oh, wow, that worked.
7412 says, Tanner, you need to Google, Dad, do you want a breakfast sandwich? And the dad gets so annoyed on how his kids say it, he just crashes out.
But also, I got to be honest with you, crashing out, where did that come from?
I know, and now it's just law. Like, I'm highly annoyed by that,
like,
too.
crashing out, you mean just, like, freaking out?
Yeah, like the thing we had terms for already.
Yeah.
I might have to hit the dump button on this, I'm not sure.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what?
You want to get a breakfast sandwich?
Why do you say that? You know I hate that when you say it like that.
But do you want a breakfast sandwich?
Stop saying that.
Breakfast sandwich.
Stop.
Breakfast
You want a breakfast sandwich? It's
Oh.
like, use real words. Enunciate.
This is another one from 8826. Oh, this one annoys me when I hear it. When people say dead ass.
I'm serious.
Like, dude, I'm dead ass right now. Like, dead ass, I'll fight you on sight.
Dead ass serious.
Like, dead ass, cuh.
I'm dead ass. And to anyone else, you're like, so your butt has expired? What is dead ass?
0393 says, my kids say cheesin' like cheesin', bruh.
Like
I still don't know what they mean.
Like you're cheesing? Like when
Like
you're
you're being cheesy? Just
I don't know.
Say it. But it's not as bad for me if it's slang and I can understand how they got there.
Oh.
It's the skibbities.
Oh, somebody was correcting us. It's not phantom tax, it's phantom tax.
With no T.
F-A-N-U-M.
So it's with an F. It's with an F and not a PH.
Oh my God.
The phantom tax with the PH is the one that'll get you on trouble on Urban Dictionary.
I see.
The one with the F is the one where it's about stealing your food.
All right.
And no one can tell the difference when it's spoken word.
Apparently not.
This one says, no cap is seriously the stupidest thing I hear people say.
What about like bet? Do people still say bet?
What does bet mean other than I'm about to bet on the Raiders?
Like, I'll punch you in the face. Oh, yeah, bro, bet. Bet.
I never
Like
said that.
That's
some
like
weird.
daring you to.
Yeah, that's a
I
Midwest
think that's a Midwest
special.
thing, Laura.
No.
We
I
never
didn't
had bet.
I didn't have bet when I was a kid. That's what I learned later in life.
The kids
from
are,
like.
It's in the
Why can't we
street.
bring back fresh and tight?
Man,
I don't approve of that either.
Bro, that's tight. That's so tight.
I still say dough.
Fresh-
See that game last night? It was a tight game. So.
Fresh was a tough sell. When I was a kid, I grew up in Northeast when I was young, and Fresh was all the hype.
Yeah.
And when I
So
moved
fresh.
across a single river to the other side of town and tried to deliver Fresh, it hit a room full of crickets. And they asked me, like, as in new? And I'm like, no, it's like fresh.
Like produce fresh?
And I
Like-
could have just backed into a shrub.
I became the Homer Simpson meme.
Yeah.
We got some talkback messages coming in on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. All right, did I just say that backwards? I just said two things.
What? It's okay.
Yeah, I talk back through our iHeartRadio. If you know
We
what
understand
I mean.
what you mean.
Oh, what the hell's happening? Here we go. God.
So over the summer, my wife and I went to Goon Fest, was to celebrate the Goonies movie.
Uh-huh.
And when we told our kids that we were going to Goon Fest, they gave us a mortified look. Apparently the word gooning now means pleasuring yourself.
Oh.
So that's one that's a little weird.
And they went to Goon
I caught my
Fest.
cousin gooning last
The
night.
kids are like, Mom and Dad are weird.
Like, what? I don't want to know about this, you
They're
guys.
just openly talking about gooning in front of us.
You guys are disgusting.
They have festivals for that? That's
Gooning.
crazy.
Actually, that might be one that I adopt. I like that one.
Yeah, give it a goon.
Oh, no.
866-445-1059 is the phone number. What words are your kids saying that just make you insane? More of your calls on the way. It's the Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Happy Tuesday. Yesterday we announced Bacon and Beer, the 10th anniversary of Bacon and Beer. I can't believe it, man.
What a ride.
This is going to be the Decade of Debauchery edition of Bacon and Beer.
Yep.
September 12th at the Portland Elks Lodge on McLaughlin. If you know where the Bomber's at, then you know where this place is at.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited because we haven't done a Bacon and Beer since February. And remember, that one was delayed a week because of the snow and ice.
The weather was a real mess.
Right. But the weather should be great for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And,
oh, yeah. Best time of the year, I feel like.
We're going to have a lot of stuff. There's still a lot of stuff we haven't confirmed yet, but we're going to have, a stand-up comedian there. We're going to have a lot of prizes to give away, a metal scream contest, a spit wad shooting contest.
Yeah.
I think Beefwater's going to pop out of a cake.
Oh, my God.
To celebrate our 10th anniversary of Bacon and Beer.
He absolutely should.
And he's been mounting an arsenal of tickets and other giveaways that'll be a ton of fun.
So come on out, man. We'll be broadcasting live between 6 and 10 a.m. on September 12th. That will be a Friday. Everyone who shows up to Milwaukee Elks Lodge will get free bacon.
Mm-hmm.
And, we've got a lot of beer specials and just a lot of shenanigans.
All the things.
Going down. So please join us for our 10th anniversary of B&B.
I'm geared up. It's been a long time. I think it's going to be a huge one. A decade in.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to go big.
I had no idea we'd actually still be here, to be honest with you. I thought we'd be fired long ago.
I better find some wood to knock on.
Still time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get fired before this Bacon and Beer. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday we did a segment called Science is Going to Kill Us All.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this could kind of be an extension of that. Scientists have developed a brain implant to turn thoughts into speech, which sounds cool, right? But again, we've been getting along just fine without this stuff.
Yeah, but I do think that something like this could be great for somebody who has lost their ability to
It's true.
vocalize
would be
words,
cool.
you know.
But
Also, if you're just tired and lazy, you don't want to say anything.
But your kid
that
who's
too.
saying "bruh" every other word, we're gonna need him to do words.
In a groundbreaking development, scientists at Stanford University have created a brain implant that can decode and vocalize words a person is merely imagining in their head. Tested on 4 people with severe paralysis, the device monitors brain activity related to speech patterns and translates it into text in real time.
That is
Wow.
wild. Like, I can't even comprehend how that's possible.
Right?
So are they gonna put a implant in order to
Yes,
do
and
that?
it's
Sounds like
some
it,
sort of implant.
Okay, because I was
It's
like,
a brain
this is
implant.
freaky if you can just point a thing at me and it's like, I know what you're thinking, dude.
No, it's a brain implant. While imagined speech signals were weaker than attempted speech, the system still achieves up to 74% accuracy. So that's now. Wait until 5-10 years pass.
Because think about what speech to text was 5 to 10 years ago. It was crap, and now it's perfect.
But I
so-
mean, so how do you prevent it from saying things that
You
you
don't-
don't
yeah.
want it to say? Like, I don't say everything I think,
Yeah.
and that's for the best.
Yeah,
so
no, we
like,
can see
how
it
do
on
you
Laura's face.
Yeah,
She's thinking
I'm
something and not saying it.
Not good at hiding my facial
it
expressions.
just keeps typing things like, not funny, you're an idiot.
and be like, I want to go.
Oh my
home.
God. That would be terrible. Like, do you have to turn it off at some point,
You
or
would
do you have to
think.
like give it a command? Like,
Well,
okay,
is
I'm going to
it-
say this
No.
word, and that means after whatever I say after this word means you can say it out loud.
It's probably like speech to text where you have to hit that microphone button and then you ever forget to turn it off and all of a sudden you finished your email, but it's got you talking to the person in the next room and it's like blah, 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 blah. That I think you have to turn off the brainwave.
Yeah,
That'd be the only way.
that'd be tough to get used to.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Could end disastrously. Could ruin friendships.
Yeah, but I kind of want it from being
If I
honest.
never have to talk again.
I mean, think about how great this. It would be so much easier to do this show.
It would be text though. I don't think it's got a voice for you.
Well,
yet.
then we'll put my
I mean,
voice
you
into
could.
AI.
I mean,
and then,
yeah.
Now we're talking.
If you get to the text part, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to give it a voice.
Can you make me sound like Clint Eastwood?
Someone just sent a
Prime
text in and said, from 1790, scientists in China have developed a human childbirthing robot. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
yesterday's.
we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah,
Science is going to kill us all.
And we
segment.
decided that was equally horrifying. So
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we have to replace that. That's something that we're doing just fine. We have 8 billion people on the planet because it works just
We're
fine.
really hating on the moms today.
What
Like
are we
I
doing?
got all
I know,
this
it's like,
slang for
what?
how much you're irrelevant, and now we're gonna do a robot womb.
be like, we literally can grow a person. Cut us some slack over here.
Yeah, that
But
sounds
not
terrible.
if I guess not if there's this robot.
Well, Laura, you're not really sure if you want kids. I don't
Oh
think.
no, I'm sure. I
You do-
don't
you're
want
sure?
kids. But one of the
Maybe you
things
could
is
do
like,
this.
no.
well, because you love pets.
that's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's,
I like little furry things that don't talk back to me.
yeah. Then you don't want a kid.
Yeah. But that is one of those things where it's like, man, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, it would be cool to grow a person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's a good reason to have a child.
No, probably not. No, yeah. But it is.
She's
Yeah.
treating it like a house plant.
Yeah.
to grow a person.
It's like I have a little cactus and a human I'm growing.
Yeah.
All right, we got some talkback messages coming in through our iHeartRadio app.
Wow, news travels fast. I got other people from other lodges telling me about bacon and beer in Milwaukee. Bing bong.
Hell yeah, man.
Bing bing.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, let's bring other lodges together.
Yeah.
With
Is
our
there like a
powers
rivalry
combined.
though? Is there like
I don't know. We'll have to talk to the powers that be.
Then we'll have a rivalry war.
Yeah, just like
be
Anchorman
fun.
out in an alley.
totally?
I'll bring the chains and
Yeah,
the
I got the
locks.
nunchucks.
All right, more of your calls and texts coming up in a few minutes. Also, we do have your shot at Pantera tickets all this week. We'll play the 5 and 10 game here in just a few minutes for your chance to win. Happy Tuesday. We're commercial free. It's 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, all this week, we got tickets to go see Pantera when they take over the Tanner, Drew, and Laura Amphitheater this Saturday. We need callers 10 and 11 right now because coming up next, we are going to play the 5 and 10 game.
Yay.
866-445-1059 is the phone number. We're going to give you a category, and you'll have 10 seconds to name 5 things in that category to win the tickets. We'll do that after Guns N' Roses on 1059 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Happy Tuesday. All right, all this week we got tickets to go see Pantera when they take over the Tanner, Drew, and Lara, Larry.
Tanner, Drew, and Larry.
The amphitheater on Saturday. So we'll have these all week with the fun game we like to call the 5 and 10 game.
Yeah.
We are going to give you a category, and you will have just 10 seconds to name 5 things in that category.
That's right.
So it sounds easy, but when you got that ticker in your ear and you're on the hot seat.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
Right, the pressure is on.
And I feel like people waste time saying things out loud like, I'm not going to get it. Just try and keep hitting them.
Yeah, 10 seconds flies by quick.
There's no time to discuss how you're feeling.
Let's meet our contestant. He is calling from Salem. His name is Jesse. What's happening, Jesse?
How's it going? Good morning, guys.
Now, Jesse, you've, I'm assuming, heard people play this game so far?
Oh, yeah. I've been trying to get on for these for a while now, so I'm excited. Thank you, guys.
All right. Well,
Pantera
Don't thank us
tickets.
yet.
Yeah, don't think us yet. Pantera tickets are on the line here. Now, remember, if you get this wrong, you've got to listen to us give your tickets to somebody who did absolutely nothing.
All right.
All right. Today, your category, sir, is European countries. Since Drew is flying to England tonight, you have 10 seconds to name 5 European countries starting now.
He literally just said one.
France, Germany, Italy.
Oh. No.
Sorry, guys.
Did you locked up there at the beginning?
Yeah, that was a whole different category I was not expecting. I wasn't thinking about other countries.
He's like, if you would have said bread brands,
I would have been it.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. You have to listen to us give your tickets to somebody who did absolutely nothing. And that person's name is Dawn. Good morning, Dawn.
Good morning.
You just got tickets to see Pantera on Saturday night.
Ow! Sweet.
Enjoy, rock out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Brew Crew.
No problem.
Once he turned it on, he almost got it. It was like, brah, brah, brah. I thought it was going to be the big finish, but not quite.
Well, if this were 15 and 5,
we would have had it.
Or, you know what I'm saying.
It's
5 and 15.
5 and 15.
Whatever.
It's smart to not come in with any expectations. You know, if you have an idea of what the category is going to be and then we flip it on its head, then you get stuck.
Come here with a clear mind.
Yeah.
Clear your mind, Quaid. Hang on. We'll get your information and we'll see you at the show, Dawn. All right, we got a lot of listener email coming in the last couple of days. I haven't been able to get to this stuff. I don't have it right in front of me, but I kind of remember the gist of this listener email I got the other day. It said, I was listening to the podcast and I heard Laura mention that Tanner got a girlfriend. When and how did that happen?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So, thank
I mean,
you.
it's been a minute, right?
For a minute was since what? Since I've
you got a
been laid?
girlfriend.
Yes. Oh.
No, that can't be true.
No, I've been seeing this girl for a while. I don't really talk about it on the air too much, but I'm feeling pretty good about it now, or I guess I'm comfortable enough to. But I've known this girl for like 13 years.
Yeah,
and we've been really
goes way back.
Yeah, we like old Donkey Show days, and we've been friends this whole time, but we were seeing each other for a while, and then then we just became friends, and it's one of those things too where I may have been kind of like fighting it for a while. Like
Tanner finally came to his senses.
I was like, I don't know, and then I was like, what am I doing? This girl's amazing.
You realize there's a great thing standing right in front of you.
Yeah. So I just gave in, and I'm loving it. It's her name's Allie. I've known her for about 13 years. We've been dating now for like 5-6 months or something.
Yeah, but you've been you never stopped hanging out, right?
Yeah, I was gonna friends with touching. I think you forgot.
No, not even that. We were. She just came over and we just would hang.
Oh,
we would never do anything. But that happened a little later on.
Okay.
And then once the weirdness started, Then
you're like, oh.
But yeah, no, it's fun. It's she's great. She's really like perfect for me. She's a bigger nerd than I am. She's better at video games than I am.
Nice.
And that
Does
may
that bother you?
No, I mean,
shouldn't.
So like if she's not at the house, sometimes we'll play Call of Duty together, and
Yeah.
she's really, really good at Call of Duty.
That's her game.
And I told her I can't play with her anymore because when I'm in a lobby with her, I'm in a lobby
get
with
destroyed.
other people who are also
Yeah,
really,
it's-
really good.
It's not just her. It's her gamer rating brings him into hard games.
And I just spawn die. So I told her, babe, I can't play with you anymore on that game.
Like, sorry.
It's embarrassing to me, and it makes me feel like less of a man.
Yeah, come play with the rest of us more. They put us with simps. Just a bunch of simpletons.
No, she's really good at games, and she likes the Marvel movies, and
well, that's
So
kinda like
when you
perfect.
gonna pop the question or?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna find many video game / Marvel girls. So that's pretty,
I don't know. I
It's
haven't.
pretty early for that, Laura.
I haven't.
You've been dating 5 months.
Well, I
That's
haven't.
long enough.
To her
But they've
point,
known each other for 13 years.
I haven't not thought about it,
Yeah.
but I haven't thought about it. You know what I mean? Like,
So you
Like,
made it official for
seriously.
5 months, and you're thinking about popping the cue
no.
ball?
But like a
I'm
long,
thinking.
long
I'm thinking this is the girl I could
I'm not getting any younger.
ask that question to,
She's
because I've
perfect.
never been in a relationship where I felt like, okay, this is the one I could marry. I literally am 43, and I've never been in a relationship where I wanted to marry somebody.
Does she believe in the no kid policy?
I think so.
You might want to run
That's
that by
probably
her.
a question to ask. yeah.
Before
But
you.
I mean, you've always said, I probably won't have kids, but like maybe so.
I'm not totally against it. I'm just right now at my age, I'm thinking
I
maybe
could
the
see you
time
as
has
an
passed.
ancient dad.
Yeah.
Everyone had that kid at school
Yeah.
whose dad was 70.
Whose grandpa's that? It's my dad.
Hey, but it gives you a reason to live. You'd be alive a long time if you had a kid.
Yeah, but,
But one thing at a time.
She's great. She's really shy. So if you ever do see her in public, she probably won't say anything.
but
You've
she's
met her.
thinking good thoughts.
Yeah, she's thinking good thoughts.
Yeah,
She's just very
I've
shy.
always liked Allie, and she's a cool girl.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how it happened. And how dare you accuse me of being alone forever?
Because there's proof that I'm not.
He'll be like, here it is.
3826 sent a text in and said, Tanner, did you play the Battlefield 6 beta yet? I'm hyped for it. I have not played it yet, but I saw it on Steam. Maybe I'll try it.
It's time to hit the hype.
Battlefield beta.
It's like a Call of Duty kind of.
Oh.
But a little different. But yeah, I'll try it, and then we'll squad up, bro.
Yeah, get your squad.
98197 is our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. At the top of the show, we want to know, a lot of adult films start with the same plot. A handyman comes over, one thing leads to another, and, bing, bong, boom, they're getting weird in the kitchen or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, things happen.
Has this ever happened in real life? Have you? And are you a handyman that went over to a client's house, and next thing you know, you got lucky, or maybe you were the client?
Yeah, either
Maybe
way.
you were the seducer and not the seducee.
Right.
You can get lonely in that living room.
Yeah.
866-445-1059. Your call's coming up here at 8 o'clock.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break, or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
It's time for the big story where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Laura, you want to kick it off?
Sure, I can kick it off. I think the big story is that More Pay, which is an HR and payroll company, they just analyzed how much paid time off is legally required by law and the number of public holidays around the world to find out which countries offer the best benefits and which countries offer the worst. Guys, I've got some bad news for you. I'll start with the best list. Countries with the most paid time off: Yemen, Libya, Bahrain, Austria, and Monaco are the top 5.
Austria and Monaco makes sense. Those other ones, we used to make fun of these places like, oh, you live there. They seem relaxed.
Yeah, they've got it figured out.
They got all that time off.
The top 5 for the least, I'll go from number 5. The Philippines, Liberia, Guyana, Japan, number 2 on the list of countries with the least paid time off. USA, USA. We are number 1.
That's crazy.
So if you haven't had a vacation in a while, you're not the only one.
Yeah. Working like dogs over here. That's how you stay at the top of your game.
That's right.
So we just run it till it's completely empty. The big story to me is the California almond farms are facing this crazy rat infestation. Now, you wouldn't think that's that big of a deal, but in the San Joaquin Valley alone has 100,000 acres that are impacted by these rats, and that's going to come at an estimated loss of between $109 and $311 million worth of almonds. So you can expect your prices to go up in regards to that. Now, the Golden State grows all of the nation's commercially produced almonds. It produced over 75% for the world.
Ooh.
Did you know that? That's pretty wild.
That is pretty wild. And it's going to be getting more expensive.
Yeah, rats.
I think the big story of the day is the BBC has revealed it's delaying the broadcast of its Ozzy Osbourne documentary on the wishes of the metal stars family.
Okay.
They say, our sympathies are with the Osbourne family at this difficult time. We are respecting the family's wishes to wait a bit longer before airing this very special film. The new broadcast date will be confirmed shortly. So it looks like the family just didn't want it out there. I'm not sure why.
So was the documentary planned before his death, I'm assuming, and now it's just feels like it's too soon?
Because it's too close to the death not to have been.
Maybe they were working on something and then he passed and they had to throw an ending together. Whatever the reason, the family just wants to delay it. It looks like it will come out eventually. Just the family just wants some time, I think, between the death and the release of this documentary.
Fair.
Well, you think about right after you die. We do this all the time where we hit all their scandalous behavior right after they die during the mourning process. Yeah. I think a little respect is fair.
More of those stories at 1059thebrew.com. Coming up next, we want to know, have you ever hooked up with a handyman? Or maybe you're the handyman. You went over to a client's house and next thing you know, got more than just a tip.
Bop, bop.
Your call's coming up after Tom Petty. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 1059 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break, or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, yesterday we announced Bacon and Beer, the 10th anniversary of Bacon and Beer. It's going to be a decade of debauchery.
Yeah.
September 12th, we're taking over the Milwaukee-Portland Elks Lodge. In Milwaukee, it's on McLaughlin, kind of by where the Bomber is, right, Beef?
That's right.
Kind of, tucked back there. We'll be broadcasting live between 6 and 10 a.m. Everyone who shows up gets free bacon. We got a buttload of prizes to give away, lots of games, lots of crazy things happening. A decade of debauchery. Come join us on our 10th anniversary. Can you believe it, Beefwater? We made 10 years into this.
I think it's great. 10 years is quite a milestone, so tip of the cap for that level of survival.
Yeah.
Now,
it's not easy to do.
I would love to get the who's who of the cast of characters across the years to try and find a way to this one. I'd love to just familiar faces, half familiar faces, people who haven't called in forever. Bring them all.
Yeah. Come on down. September 12th, info on Bacon and Beer, a decade of debauchery, online at 1059thebrew.com. All right, I got this idea thinking, I thought about this idea yesterday when we were doing misconnections, because we read a misconnection that was about a bike guy. It was called Bucky the Bike Boy.
Oh, yeah.
And it said, you fixed my flat tire in 5 seconds with your spare tube. I was flustered looking at your hands, putting the tire back on. When I asked how I could repay you, making you coffee, I realized I didn't have any coffee in my house. I was trying to get you back to my apartment.
Creep.
This could have been a guy. I don't know. I have a feeling this was a girl writing this.
I mean, either way.
Yeah, I think it is a lady.
Because she says,
he's got the strong
Bucky
hands.
the Bike Boy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is he still a creep?
Is she a creep?
Not as much.
I mean, creep it's all in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
So, it got me thinking, granted that was just like a bike repair guy, but let's say it's a handyman. How often does it happen where the handyman comes over, maybe the housewife is flustered, or it's just she's a single mom and she's flustered.
Or neglected.
Or neglected
what's
or whatever.
that scene in Edward Scissorhands? I think her name is Joyce, where she calls over a plumber. And she's like, housewives, we're a lonely bunch.
Yeah, that's the kind of lady I'm thinking of, is they've got the twinkle in their eye that's capable of anything.
Yeah, we want to know. A lot of adult films have started with this plot. The handyman comes over, one thing leads to another, and, next thing you know, your wife's cheated on you.
Beef was a handyman of sorts for many years. Anything like this ever happen where, New Chubb City?
No, not on that side of it, but I did have to give it up one time to get a pocket door installed at my house.
Wow, beef water.
Laura, and I'm not saying you've done this because I don't think you have, but like, have you ever, had a handyman come over and just gotten flustered? Like, wow, this guy's hot. Like, if he tried, maybe I would.
No, but I have had the opposite happen where, not like I'm still the client, but I have had a guy come over to, I won't say to install what, but he like wouldn't leave my place. Like he was like looking around, and I could tell that he like wanted
to hang out,
like have a conversation, and I was like, nah, dude. Services are over.
Is it the guy who put your kitchen island in? He's like, you want to check this for sturdiness?
Actually, those guys
kind of sexy.
I would be more inclined because they carried that thing up 3 flights of stairs.
Mm-hmm. So that there is an element.
Yeah.
If they're pretty and strong and kind.
Maybe. Yeah. But
Not
no,
against it.
it's never happened to me.
It sounds awesome. Like, there's got to be a handyman out there who's showed up to a house and one thing led to another and they got lucky. If this has happened to you, please tell us the story. 866-445-1059. You can also shoot us a text message on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line at 98197. We already do have some talkback messages coming in here.
Morning, Brew Crew. I work in HVAC, and we were replacing a furnace and air conditioner for a builder we did work for, and the girl that was renting there offered to make me dinner some night, and I thought about it for probably several months and ended up getting her information, calling her, and going for that dinner, and we dated for about 6-7 months.
What?
When he says get her information, does he like look her info up in the client database?
Well, if it's been a couple of months, you would think he'd have to do some digging.
Remember that one time you mentioned dinner?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I can't believe he waited that long.
Yeah, right? I feel like, remember me a long time ago? You asked me out.
She was clearly thirsty because she's all, absolutely, come on over.
More talkbacks coming in through our app. Have you ever hooked up with a handyman, or are you the handyman whoever hooked up with somebody?
Hey, Brew Crew, this is Dave in Beaverton. I wasn't a handyman, but about 20 years ago, I was selling steaks door to door in Southern California. This beautiful 30-year-old woman answered the door stark naked. Not only did she buy 2 cases of steaks, but I got a nooner out of it, too.
Wow.
Bing bong.
Wow. I hear you have meat.
That is
It's just being in the right place at the right time, I guess.
And those are good ribeyes when you can close a deal like that.
Absolutely.
Beef, so, all your years as an electrician.
Didn't happen to me.
A lady never flirted or gave you the vibes?
No. In fact, I don't even recall ever being at a place where they were attractive. It was...
well, it doesn't have to be attractive.
Angry
old
ladies that were like, very insistent on making sure you didn't wear your shoes in the house.
Yeah.
That's foreplay.
Let's see them toes, young
trying
man.
To get your shoes off.
But I believe I've mentioned before, I used to work with a guy that did make a romantic connection with a lady that ran the hotel we were remodeling.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And so they would periodically just disappear. And I would get handed the key to the snack closet, and I would just go and eat all the donuts and whatever I wanted in there. It was a great deal. It lasted a long time. She took us out to lunch every day. It was a fantastic
Help yourself
deal.
to the donuts while we bang it out.
And they're just hooking up in empty hotel
she
rooms?
would just find an empty room, and then she would come and grab him, and then I would keep, installing light fixtures.
Give Casey a bag of Cheez-Its and hit it up in the other room.
So how did
clean that room
how
again.
long did that last? Like, did she get in trouble for that
No.
or no? Okay.
Lasted the whole time we were doing the job.
And then it
He's
was
probably so excited to go
few
to work.
months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he gave her all new electrical.
More talkbacks coming in through the app. Have you ever hooked up with a handyman, or are you the handyman who ever hooked up with the client?
Morning, guys. Rob the welder here. Yeah, so I used to work as a maintenance guy at an apartment complex, and I went to do a work order, knock on the resident's door, do everything by the book, announce myself. No, it didn't seem like anybody was home, so I started working on the sink. A couple of minutes later, go by, and she comes out completely naked, out of the shower, all that, and just proceeds to just talk to me like nothing was going on, just told me to close the door, lock it when I left, and that was it.
That was it.
Oh, I thought he was about to put a leg on a counter, but no, just a conversation.
Guess not. I mean, that's still like a little treat for the day,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're working all day.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
866-445-1059 is the number. So many adult movies start with the exact same plot. Has it ever happened to you?
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Drew.
Well, it's kind of decision time in the NFL as we turn the corner on this season with just one more preseason game left for these teams. Who's going to be the starter in different cities? Now, the Indianapolis Colts, of course, had drafted Anthony Richardson Jr. in the first round of the 2023 draft. Now, you would have thought he would be the starter, but surprise, surprise, he is not. The Colts have decided to go with the ex-Giants quarterback, Daniel Jones, who will take the snaps under center at week 1. Now, keep in mind, if you're in a fantasy league, you're going to want to kind of keep an eye on who the starter is on some of these teams, because if you pick a guy who ends up being a backup, it's just going to be a dead pick, and that's going to suck. Finally, another guy who's playing quarterback, this time for the first time in the NFL, the Tennessee Titans' new star Cam Ward got himself into a scuffle with a teammate. Defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons and him had to be separated after Ward threw a touchdown, and then while celebrating that touchdown, did his trademark Zombieland celebration right in front of the guy. Now a veteran player versus a rookie. It doesn't matter how good you are, they're not going to want it. And it did a two-hand push to Ward's face mask, and the whole team had to kind of pull these two apart. I don't know if that's leadership or being a little bit juvenile, but Zombieland hopefully hitting a field near you soon. There's your sports.
Thank you much. All right, coming up in an hour, another edition of Beefwater's Fast Food Frenzy. That'll happen around 9:30. Coming up next, though, we want to hear from handymen. Have you ever gone to a client's house and done the job, and the next thing you know, you've actually hooked up with the person who lives there?
Scandalous.
It's amazing that there's some stories coming out, like that guy with the meat and the naked lady.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Anybody who didn't hear that story is like, wait, what about
you got to listen
meat
to the
and naked
podcast.
lady? Yeah, check that out, 1059thebrew.com. But we want to know, have you ever been on a job and then next thing you know, you got a little bit more than a tip? Or maybe you were the person who hooked up with the handyman. Your call is coming up after Eddie Money on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes.
Join
Got a text message from 3324. It says, wow, handyman hooking up with clients. Q Pew boy, I'm sure he's done it multiple times.
He would claim.
Yeah.
He would hope.
Oh my God, you guys.
Oh, sorry, Beef, what?
Oh my God, you guys. You wouldn't believe what happened to me this time.
Oh my God, I hooked up with 3 chicks at the same time. Oh my God.
So we were driving down I-5 without a license, and I had these 3 girls in the back seat, and they were just counting my money.
Yeah, we want to know, has it ever happened to us? So many adult movies have started that way, where the pizza man comes over and hooks up with the girls.
But
or
I feel like that's good. That's why they do that, right? Because it's fantasy. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
It would be awesome, though, to be a pizza guy and you show up to like a sorority party, and next thing you know, you're having a pillow fight.
Yeah, but it does happen. Beefwater's coworker got it. The guy
true.
selling meat door to door got it. It's out there. It's just maybe not as much as we'd hope.
Let's go to Tristan. Good morning, Tristan. Were you a handyman that hooked up with a client or what?
I was a bellman, so I wasn't a handyman, but I was a bellman at a big Hilton resort down in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ooh, convenient.
Back in probably 04, 05. So this one night, threesome, no pun intended, came in, and there was 2 very, very chesty women and 1 guy, and they looked like porn stars. Either way, they called for a ride, and I used to do transportation around the resort, so I went and picked them up, and they were completely naked at one of our pools, and they hopped in my van. Well, the guy was like, hey, man, she just got those implants done. He goes, I want you to go hit every speed bump on this property and see if they bounce. I'm a 20-year-old single dude. I'm like, absolutely.
Right on, 10-4, sir.
Yeah.
I'm driving around this resort and, checking the suspension. And these 2 chicks start making out. And before you know it, they're full on just, going down on each other.
Okay, hold on. I got to dump that. They're this point
all the way into it.
They're into it. Yeah, they're all the way in the backseat.
They're into it. Okay, so one thing leads to another, and I get to their room, and in front of their room, and one chick puts a finger somewhere and pulls it out and gives me a dirty Sanchez.
All right. I gotta let you go. He just takes the story.
He's like, and I love how he hesitated for a second, then just delivered that line.
Yeah, but okay. All right. Wow.
People watching on the internet heard all that, but
Yeah,
no,
there
you
you
can't.
go.
I appreciate the story, my friend.
That is
I would like to have
pretty
known
wild.
did he go with them at that point, or did they just leave him at the door?
Yeah,
I have a feeling they left him with that
I think
closing
so.
move.
Yeah, that sounds
You
like
just get left with that?
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
then what happens? What's like van protocol? Do you have to clean that? Like take a few Lysol wipes to the back seat or?
Are you asking? I hit the dump button on him twice, so I think we've got to move on.
Yeah, I think
but-
that's safe to say he never washed the van again.
No. All right, we got some talkbacks coming in through our iHeartRadio app. Were you a handyman that ever hooked up with somebody while you were on the job? You came over there to do the electrical, like Beefwater or something, but next thing you know, you were getting more than just like a cash tip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Brew Crew, let's not forget, good old Tanner had one of those fantasy things happen right on his front door and freaked him out. So fantasy's not for everybody. Bing bong.
I don't remember. Oh, you're talking about.
But that's not a handyman. That's someone you know at the door.
That was like a girl who came in the trench coat.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then I failed.
You do have a lot of solicitors.
Yeah, and they get you all riled up, dude. Just
they're
fire off.
They're all
dudes.
They're all bro licitors is what I called them the other day. Because they show up. This dude had some aviators, but they were hanging off the back of his neck.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Is he riding a Segway?
He wasn't riding a Segway, but he was on the phone with somebody, and he wrote on the card that he put on the door. It said "Keep it real." And I remember when I opened the door because I was going to yell at him, but I decided not to. But when I opened the door, he was on the phone, and he goes, "Yeah, keep it real." Like he was telling the person on the phone what he wrote on the card.
Mm-hmm.
and he just sounded like a bro listener.
That's probably why he's a door-to-door salesman.
And he gets a ton of hookups with those aviators on the back of his head.
Sure.
I've noticed an increase in solicitors in my area, and they're always riding a Segway.
Yeah.
I feel like it's certain companies
on.
are sending these guys into the wild on those things.
I haven't seen
to be a pain in
anyone
the ass.
riding a Segway for years.
It's just the little one from like the knees down.
Yeah.
It's that little.
Oh, like the unicycle type thing.
It's a Segway type deal, but it just goes to your knee.
It makes you look even douchier than you already do as a solicitor. Like you look like the biggest boner on one of those things.
Call me what you want. I'm just trying to help you get your roof cleaned.
Yeah, and I did. Since I posted the video of that solicitor looking into my window last week, I've gotten so many videos of solicitors going up and saying just the audacity of some of these guys. Like they all say like 3 times, 4 times in a row, I'm not interested, and they keep going on with their spiel. And they all say the same thing, like their spiel's unique. Oh, I'm helping out a couple of your neighbors, Gary and Steve.
I don't know Gary and Steve. Interesting.
Some of the most ambiguous names you've ever heard.
Oh, you don't want to save money? Well, yeah, I don't want you to save me money, you creep.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not going to save money if I replace something that doesn't need to be replaced. So get out of here.
The video I saw last night, this guy leaned on the door frame, like he was Captain Smooth, and I just want to hit these guys.
Yeah, I mean, and to our original idea, I mean, you wonder if the solicitor ever gets laid, because they are, but they're a pain in the ass. So it's not like when they fix your sink.
They're charmers, they're sweet talkers, Drew. I bet they do get some invites inside.
They're like trying to clean a stain off a sweatshirt.
I think a lot of them are the guys who think they're smooth talkers. They're the douchebags at the nightclub who pop their collar and think they're smooth, but they don't realize that everyone is putting their hands over their cups when they're around them.
Right.
You're also not getting an incredible education level when that's their best gig.
And even if it did work out, they'd finish up and go, so you want to buy some magazines? Or
so how about that?
Just give it one more shot on the way out.
What's it gonna take,
time? Yeah.
What's it gonna take?
All right. Well, if anybody else is hooked up with any handyman, I'd love to hear the story. 98197. That's our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. Is that on a fantasy of yours, Laura? Even if you wouldn't do it, is it not a fantasy? Like,
no.
Just have like the big sweaty muscular guy come over and lift your couch and then give it to you?
No, because I'm like lift my couch and leave because I want to sit on my couch.
A lot of the times the guys
watch TV
will come over and
I want to eat pizza.
You can smell them. Like they'll just smell like that sweat, like work. They'll just smell like they've been working all day.
Mm-hmm.
But some girls are into that. I don't know.
Sounds like you're into that.
Yeah,
I kind of like when you're dusty.
It's like, hey, come over here.
Bunch and dust. You know what I mean?
I want to smell you for a good 2 hours.
Don't take this the wrong way, but it smells like you've really been working today.
Yeah.
Man, you smell like the wrong side of a bike seat.
We had a guy on our show in Eugene. His name was Sick Boy. And he worked for Comcast part-time, so he would do Comcast and then come and hang out on our show during the day. And he smelled, because he was under crawl spaces all day. And
did he have any stories?
I'll never
know.
No.
The only one that he got fired because he had to use the bathroom at a client's house.
Oh.
And he broke her toilet.
Mm-hmm. He was that big. The smell I've never forgotten. It's like a bark dusty with body and like almost a sour smell in there. Oh, it was a lot.
It's the smell of butt. Yeah, that's the smell of butt.
It was everything with him. He was so big. His butt and body.
1958 sent a text message in and said, it's not my own story, but I feel like being a pool boy would probably get you a lot of action.
Yeah, but isn't that the whole thing?
And isn't
that's why there's a joke.
And that's the stereotype too. Yeah. But hey, he is over there in his party shorts, working that net.
But I mean, look, when I lived in Arizona, I saw many a poolman, and none were the strapping 20-somethings that you would see like on TV. Like,
I'm not talking about a pool maintenance guy. I'm talking about a pool boy. I feel like it's like you hire a pool boy specifically to be eye candy. It's like, well, I like the way you're working that net.
Mm-hmm.
Like that
a lot
kind
of abs.
Thing.
You're paying for abs.
Skim it one more time, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Skim it.
It's not quite clean enough.
Oh man, this one I can't even read on air. They hooked up with an architect.
Oh, well,
like somebody who's designing their place.
Yeah.
You should have played the long game. Those guys are loaded.
I was going to say that's more along the lines of maybe what I would, because I'm like, that's cool. You're an architect, you can build houses? You got good design sense?
You could take me on airplanes.
You're smart? You're rich?
This person says they worked at an auto parts store and someone came in needing parts for their Mustang. One thing led to another and we hooked up.
Man.
I want to know where. Like where?
Like in the Mustang,
in the
hopefully.
back room?
No, in the Mustang.
Just but the smell of
There's
oil.
there's not a lot of room in a Mustang.
That's why it was fun, because you probably got a cramp.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. You just pretzel that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 98197, that's our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. Hang on.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, coming up next, another keyword that could get you to our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. It's going to be a massive 2-day show with Sammy Hagar, The Offspring, Bryan Adams is going to be there, and many more. We'll also toss in, $1,000 so you can get weird in Vegas because, we do know that getting weird in Vegas has gotten pretty expensive lately. So
Yes, that
But you
is
still
true.
got to scratch that itch.
yeah. The Sphere's a rad place in Vegas. There's still rumors that Metallica might play there.
I got punked earlier today.
Yeah.
By an Instagram post. It was like a fan post it was like a Metallica fan page, I think. But it had like the Live Nation label on it and
really?
everything. And it was in a different language. And so like when I hit translate, it was like rumored to be coming to the Sphere. And I was like, oh,
Laura did put her credit card in, though, just to be sure.
yeah. So I'm first in line when it comes to
Good.
tickets, you guys. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Well, we'll at least get you to Vegas to see the iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000 in cash coming up here next. Once you hear the keyword, you got to text it in to 200-200 to win. And that's coming up right after the Foo Fighters. We are commercial free on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We announced Bacon and Beer yesterday, 10 years of debauchery. Coming up September 12th at the Milwaukee Portland Elks Lodge on McLaughlin, kind of behind the Bomber, where the restaurant's still there, right? But the plane isn't? Is that right? Or is the Bomber gone?
I feel like the restaurant may physically still be there, but it's closed. But I kind of feel like that got torn down. But I might be wrong.
Really?
I don't get out there very often.
Oh, it's so sad. I don't remember eating there a lot, but I love driving by it. You know, seeing the plane in the air.
It was open for 73 years.
Jeez.
And they got some odd little cabin type things out there too. 'Cause
Okay.
it was like part hotel, motel, restaurant, bar.
Well, we'll be there on September 12th, Friday morning between 6 and 10 a.m. Everyone who shows up gets free bacon. We'll have a bunch of great beer specials, lots of prizes, lots of games. We're going to do a karaoke contest, and then we're going to do a metal scream contest. And
Oh, yeah.
And it's a great size room, too. You know, we've got room to really throw down here and fill this bad boy up.
That's right. Beefwater, are you excited for the next Bacon and Beer?
I am. It feels like it's been a while since we've done one, so I'm ready to get back out there and kick one off. How say you?
I'm ready for it, man. It was like mid-February when we had our last one, so
Yeah, it was snowing.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're
Yeah, it
ready
was.
for another one. So put that down on your calendar, September 12th between 6 and 10 a.m., Bacon and Beer. 10 years of debauchery coming up at the Milwaukee Elks Lodge.
Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, so I want to do the dumbass of the day, but really I've got a couple of choices.
Okay.
So we'll do a you choose the news version of the dumbass of the day.
Ooh, choose your own dum-dum.
Do you want to hear about the woman who was arrested for damaging her ex's car by pouring salt into the engine and glitter into the AC vent?
I like the move.
Or do you want to hear about the thieves who stole $25 million diamond, but they were caught like 3 hours later? Or do you want to hear about the firefighters who had to rescue a man wedged inside of a playground tube slide?
Oh, I like that one.
Really, I kind of like glitter and salt.
Okay, I like that one too.
Whatever you want, Tanner. Fielder's
you
choice.
What do you think, Beav?
Dude, that is quite a combination. I would agree. The ruining a vehicle is good.
I really like the playground tube slide.
Let it rip.
But I mean, also, we know the start, middle, and end of that story. Dude tried to go down a slide. He got stuck. The end. You know?
I suppose that's pretty
Then
much
there's
it.
the whole how they got him out.
Well, that might give us a chance
That's
to hit
true.
more than one.
Yeah.
What happened in the slide?
A 40-year-old man became wedged inside of the middle portion of a tube slide at an elementary school. The fire department, along with the police, arrived on scene just after 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, and photos show the man stuck with his feet and head first.
Oh, so he tried to go head first. And I'm wondering, since it's the middle portion, did they have to take the entire slide apart
That's what I
rather
was
than give him a
thinking.
tug?
Or do they just like dump some baby oil down there?
I
try to
probably
grease
just
him
took it
out?
apart because those things aren't they just screwed together?
Yeah, and I'm sure that's the smartest idea. You don't want to just pour a bunch of Diddy oil down the top.
Yeah.
But I think it would depend on how long that section was and where he was trapped at, right? So even if you took the end off, if you're still stuck in a 4-foot tube, like you're still stuck in a 4 feet of tube.
Yeah, they can unscrew it, but they're still pulling on it. He's still in the middle, like when you get your finger stuck in a Chinese trap.
Yeah. But I do have a question, though, because it said, did you say head and feet first?
Yeah, that's what it said.
So that seems very
Did he like
uncomfortable.
fold down?
Who does that? All the tips?
I don't know, but that seems very painful.
All right, well, you're right, Laura. That's pretty much that story.
If you go down that way, you deserve to get stuck.
Yeah.
By the way, firefighters, they set up some ventilation equipment to keep the man cool, and it took about 30 minutes to get him out of there.
And you know the sound of the echo when you're in one of those little... guys. Yeah. I'm in here.
It's like, do you hear that?
Anyway.
I mean, I suppose the other option would be to cut him out of there, but I don't think you'd want to
you
ruin
don't-
the
I
slide in
mean-
the process.
I mean, the slide's more important than the guy who went tips and tips.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. There's also, there are the two stories about the woman who arrested for damaging her ex's car or the
Yes.
thieves who stole the big diamond.
Let's do the...
Let's glit it.
All right, glitter it is.
And now, Tanner, Drew, and Laura's dumbass of the day.
Well, a Kentucky woman stands accused of extensively damaging her ex-boyfriend's car after an argument last month. According to police, Stephanie Carclist is alleged to have poured salt into the vehicle's engine. She threw glitter into the AC vents. She slashed a tire, broke the radio screen, and cracked both windshields and rearview mirror.
So she went full Carrie Underwood on this thing.
Yeah.
She is losing it out there.
Yeah.
The estimated cost for the repairs is about $12,464, which the victim claims that she admitted to doing. After the car was towed by a local Goodyear. She reportedly messaged her ex on Instagram to apologize, stating that she was just stressed out due to her pregnancy.
Oh, no.
But despite partially confessing to vandalism, she appears cheerful in her mugshot. She's been charged with felony criminal mischief and is being held on a $12,000 bond.
And I'm guessing she is pregnant with his baby.
I
if
would
she's, I mean, you don't
assume
normally
so.
go completely ham city unless it's that.
You'd
but
be so jacked if it was somebody else's kid and she's still going
oh
aggro
my
on you.
God! And now your baby mama's gonna be a felon.
Yeah.
A lot of action. Really setting this baby up for a go.
Maybe she thought that he wouldn't call the cops on her because,
What do you do that enrages someone to that point where they want to total your vehicle?
He probably dated another girl or something.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
man.
got to be quite the offense.
It could be
it could be a minor thing.
It could be as simple as him and his buddies went to a strip club and she's a nut. You know, like, oh yeah, what did you do?
Is she, maybe,
but he could've
feeling the
cheated.
emotions with the baby.
Yeah, and maybe he cheated. Maybe he
who knows?
was talking to another. Maybe somebody slipped into his DMs. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is.
I've been around a pregnant lady 3 different times, and you guys get a little sideways. You're definitely not the nicest all the times, but
Well,
not
you know
to that
what?
level.
You know what, though?
Not to that level.
A little irritated is, I think, an excusable offense.
Yeah, too big a sandwich will irritate you. Imagine a baby.
Yeah.
Crazy. In regards to the jewel thievery thing,
yes,
I always felt like this was just a bad game plan. Like, unless you're like a seasoned criminal, what are you going to do with stolen gigantic jewels?
Yeah, it was like a 21.25 carat, 21.25 carat fancy intense diamond, and it cost $25 million. These guys stole it, and they got away for about 3 hours.
Yeah. You
Take
can't
it to
go
the
to
pawn shop.
Yeah,
sell
Larry's
it for
pawn
about
shop.
$57.
They're like, this isn't real. You're like, no, it's actually worth $4 million.
Like,
But I'll take 20 right now.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, we would gladly walk out of here for $6,000 right now. Like, just take the jewel.
They'll take it.
All right, more on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Beefwater's Fast Food Frenzy is coming up here in minutes on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Coming up in a few minutes, another edition of Beef's Fast Food Frenzy, and he's now back on it. You know, he can eat whatever he wants now.
He's returned.
After winning his blubber burn.
Yeah, my heart didn't know what to do with this newfound freedom.
Well, we'll find out where he went and what he got here in just a few minutes. How you feeling, though? You know, just a couple days after your
Feeling
big win.
pretty good.
Have you been going ham?
No, I haven't been going ham.
How about to the gym?
Gym is still consistent.
Look at
Doing
that.
the same thing that I was doing before.
I'll admit that I have not really been great since it's been over.
Well, you deserve a reprieve.
Sunday I was fine, but
be careful with that, though. I've earned this break. You got to get back on the horse.
You got a few more days.
I got to go and get some healthy meals today, but yeah.
Because you know how it goes. It's so hard to drop it off, and then it seems like you put it back on in an instant.
Because you'll gain it back just as fast as you lost it.
Yeah, at our age, it's not a fair give and take.
Yeah.
For what you have to do to lose it versus what it takes to get it back.
I feel like the calorie battle is going to live on forever in my brain.
Yeah,
and,
right.
I don't know if I like that or not, but here we are.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to see the videos, you can see the moment Beefwater found out that he won the blubber burn, and of course the moment the tarantula crawled on my body yesterday. Those videos are on our Instagram, so just follow us at 1059 The Brew or at Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Or you can just check out our blog online at 1059thebrew.com.
Yeah.
All right, Beefwater's Fast Food Frenzy's coming up in just a few minutes, and we're going to check those talkback messages. So if you got something to say to the show, download the iHeartRadio app, and once you've got the Brew streaming, press the microphone button. We're commercial-free on 1059 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Happy Tuesday. All right, Beefwater is here.
What's up?
Young lad. Beefwater, how are you feeling because you got fast food this morning, from what I understand?
It was technically yesterday morning.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still fending it off at this point in time, but we're good.
Did it for the team.
Yeah, we're taking one.
Did your sweat smell any different when you were in the sauna last night? Did you just smell like bacon grease? Or?
I don't think I consumed enough for it to radiate out of the pores.
Okay.
But there's still hope.
You can build from here.
Yeah, we're going to try it out.
Well, if you did not see the spider bit yesterday, me holding the tarantula after losing to Beefwater, you can check out the video. It is on our Instagram, at 1059 The Brew, or at Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Go follow us now when you get a chance. It's now time for Beefwater's Fast Food Frenzy. And a Pizza Hut. Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut.
McDonald's, McDonald's. McDonald's, McDonald's.
All right, Beefwater, your first time eating whatever you want at a fast food joint in 6 weeks. What'd you get?
I went breakfast this go round. It was morning time, and I've been meaning to do this for a while now. So the opportunity came, hit up the Wendy's, and hit up their breakfast.
I love
and
Wendy's.
And I got to say, I think Wendy's might have one of the better breakfast lineups in the market.
Have you never had Wendy's breakfast before?
Which it's good to know because a lot of people don't even realize they're open for breakfast.
Yeah, and so they've got a nice variety. You can get, they've got the biscuits, the croissants,
Oh, I love a croissant.
all of it, and that's where I'm at today.
Do they do what Jack in the Box does and will just sell you like a chicken sandwich in the morning?
No, you can only get the breakfast
Okay.
items, but they do have a chicken option if you want like a chicken biscuit.
All right.
So
Not
they,
bad.
They do have it covered. My only gripe is I wish that there was a breakfast burger type option, which would be cool, but they don't have that. So anyway, if you want it in the morning, welcome to Sausageville. So I had the bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant. And it's not your typical horseshoe croissant. It's more of a
Croissant.
square
Croissant.
slider type croissant. Equally croissanty, equally buttery and flaky and delicious.
Nice.
And it is very simple. So it's got a little Swiss cheese sauce, a freshly cracked egg, and some applewood smoked bacon. You can add a sausage patty to that as well if you would like. I thought it was fine just the way it was.
I love a croissant. Anything like just seeing one, I go, oh God, I bet that looks so good. I bet it's so good.
A good croissant is just so delish.
It's true.
Croissant.
Croissant. But you can get this thing for a mere $4.29 and as many calories, 420 calories for a nice little breakfast pop.
1 cent a calorie. What a deal. I like it.
So, yeah, still a little high for a one sandwich situation. But listen, get that thing on your own, wash it down with some coffee. You're in good shape.
I'd get one with the sausage because I don't prefer bacon.
Yeah.
Fast food bacon is
Yeah.
it's a crapshoot, whereas the sausage is a little more predictable.
All that to be said and very fair. I will say Wendy's on the bacon front is probably one of your better bets to get the bacon. It's
Nice.
always crispy. It's never limp. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get that like transparent thin bacon that makes
Yeah.
me just want to gag immediately.
Yeah, it looks like a Band-Aid.
I like it to be on the crispier side. So, man, I'm a fan of the Wendy's breakfast. I think that they made a sweet move here. And I'm giving it. How
many beef burgers?
I'm going 7.5 beef burgers on the burger
7.5
meter.
like it.
beef burgers.
With that unlimp bacon.
Yeah, but I tell you what, you throw one of those Dave single patties on that croissant with an egg and just let me get my own signature meal here, Wendy's, and we'll do it up.
The big beef surprise. I like it.
Well, thank you, Beefwater. Another
go.
edition of his fast food frenzy.
And I felt like that was a nice hybrid, not overly crazy in the health department, but still good, satisfying, fair price, fair calories, good call.
Nice. I wish, God, I'm on my jalapeno kick again. I wish
You're
that
a jalapeno?
I love jalapenos.
I love jalapenos.
And McDonald's had this cheesy jalapeno burger a long time ago, and God, I want them to bring it back because it was delicious.
Yeah, I'm holding out for that big arch burger.
Yeah.
It's been talked about for about 17 years now, and it keeps saying it's coming to the United States, and I'm anxiously awaiting.
Not
but
yet.
That jalapeno cheddar quarter pounder was cash
It was
money.
so good. All right, we got some talkback messages coming in through our iHeartRadio app. Download it for your cell phone and then press the mic button to send us something.
Hey, what's up, Brew Crew? Just wondering if Drew reached out to Priceline or whoever he used to book his
his stay for his next trip because I know that he was traumatized by Priceline when he went to Vegas last time. Bing bong.
I don't know that he's done that, but he had another scare this morning.
Yeah, we're in some trouble right now. I am flying out tonight, which means I get to London tomorrow, and the place that we are all staying has been flooded out by broken pipes.
Oh, no.
When I heard flooded, I go, what, like a torrential
So
downpour?
it wasn't
But
a hotel, it was like an Airbnb type thing?
Yeah, so it's like a condo.
Okay.
That is in the heart of London. It's not exactly an easy get.
And it's flooded?
Yeah, and we're so lucky it's today and not tomorrow, because if we were to be blamed for it, first of all, the price to stay in London will make your nose bleed, let alone damages.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of damages.
Yeah.
So we'll see. If we have no car for the first part of the trip, so I might be sleeping on the tube.
So are they going to tell you like where to go? Like, are they going to give you another place, or you just kind of have to fend for yourself?
They said they are actively hunting for another place.
Wait, the
right
Airbnb
now.
people or your family?
The people who rented the place to us. So they're
That's freaky when you're flying to another country tonight and you don't know where you're going to stay.
Yeah, so it's up in the air, but it's not in, luckily, Priceline's hands this time. I'm not getting on hold with them again.
That's good.
More talkbacks through the app.
The bomber is gone, and they took the B-17 down, and they're restoring it in Salem.
Okay, we were wondering where it was at. We were like, it's probably just in some guy's garage, that plane, that old plane.
What we've seen is it's been under restoration for 11 years. So if we could just get a few more people working on it.
It's like Mike's driving in Milwaukee. That thing was being repaired for a year and a half.
Seriously.
Waiting on parts.
Yeah. Another talkback through the app.
Good morning, Brew Crew. This is Big John. You know, the bomber, the airplane, is actually getting rebuilt to flying condition in Salem right now. They're still like a few years out from it actually flying.
Flying condition or just like putting it back up?
Because flying condition, I understand it's going to take some time.
And money. I mean, who's funding that project?
And for people who don't know, the guy that was a legit plane that he flew to Troutdale and took apart and put up there. So it could be fixed.
More talkbacks through the app.
Hey, Beef Water, here's a good place to go. Go to Gaston Market and get their JoJo's there. They're fresh, and they have the same batter since I was like 8 years old, and I'm 44. But yeah, it's worth the drive, and it's phenomenal JoJo's, and they're not frozen. Have a good day, guys.
JoJo's is too much potato for me.
And a mom and pop is likely a lot of tater.
And
I bet it's a thick wedge.
The seasoning he speaks of, I think I've got right in my brain, too.
I know it's a good...
Yeah, that's good stuff. I wonder if they have an equally awesome chicken strip to go with said
I bet
JoJo.
you they better.
I bet it's magic.
Another talk. We got a lot of talkbacks coming in.
What up, guys? Rob the Welder again. I was wondering if Beefy's going to be headed to the new In-N-Out in Ridgefield that's opening tomorrow. It's supposed to be madness, and I heard they're not letting people camp out or anything because the city of Ridgefield is crazy. And yeah, should be excited. I'm excited. I'm probably going to give it a week, or I'll go maybe like Sunday at like 10 right when they open or something, but I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, it's closer to your house, Beef.
Yeah, going early is going to be your only hope. That thing is going to be jammed up for months and months and months.
I do like that they're not letting people like get in line early and camp out, because that's when the problems start.
But good luck sniffing a napkin this weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
you're likely. I mean, I hope you get that burger, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
They they are claiming that no cars will hit public street while they're waiting. I don't know how they're going to pull this off.
Yeah.
To be honest
right.
with you.
There's going to be some sort of traffic jam, I'm
Where's
sure.
the armed guard?
Well, and then you got like an overpass, right? I mean, it's right off of the freeway, and then you have it just seems like a very tricky scenario for this big of attraction.
You know somebody's going to be out there. Some teenager's going to be out there with an iPad being like, nope, got to circle around, sir.
But look at the big picture. Alon A has opened its sports book right next to an In-N-Out burger. I don't know if there's a ring closer to heaven than that.
Well, I will, to answer your question, sir, yes, I will be there hitting up the In-N-Out. I don't think I'm going to do it grand opening day. That seems a little troublesome, but we'll be there ASAP.
Yeah. All right. We got more talkbacks coming up in just a few minutes. We'll also find out what's trending. Hang on.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, online at 1059thebrew.com. We got a lot of stuff to check out, like our Donkey Show podcast. We're going to record a brand new one here in a few minutes, and we'll have that posted online at 1059thebrew.com shortly.
Yeah.
You can see the video that we did yesterday of me finally holding the spider, the tarantula.
Yeah, got it done. Check the box.
Let me see. McD, are you on the phone still?
Yeah.
McD, did you see me holding the tarantula video?
I did, dude. That was sick. Good job. I'm super proud of you. That's facing your fears and, getting over them. That's freaking huge.
Well,
That's huge, man.
I had no choice. It was either that or get ridiculed for, welching on a bet.
But even yesterday, off the air, Tanner was like, man, I kind of wish we could bring the spider back in here because I kind of want to let it crawl on me again because I was just so freaked out the first time. I feel like if I had another shot, I wouldn't be so freaked out.
It was the same thing with the bagpipes. It's like just if once I get the big initial shock moment out of the way.
Yeah, then you're thinking about how you could improve.
Like, I feel like I could do that better, but it's fine. It is what it is. I'm never doing it again. I'm never holding a spider like that size again.
And the only thing worse than holding the spider would be to forever be reminded that you didn't follow through on the bet. So it's 100 times better to even risk the bite.
And I only screamed a little bit. Like you can. I screamed only a little.
It was mild. I had blocked it out, and then he played it back for me. I'm like, all right, that's a scream, but it wasn't a lot of it.
Yeah, at first it was fine, and then it started crawling up the arm.
Yeah, once it got near the hole at the edge of the box.
Yeah, because we were worried it was going to get loose in the studio, and then I would leave.
And then it would
I'm
be
leaving.
Yeah, a whole nother thing.
So anyway, that video is online.
Just a minor screen.
Right. On our Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, all the socials at Tanner, Drew, and Laura, or at 1059 The Brew. All right, McD, love your face, man. We'll talk to you later.
Love you guys. Happy Bruce Day later on, guys.
You too. And of course, our Donkey Show podcast is coming up here next.
Nice.
Cord's going to come in here in a few minutes, and he'll have your shot at a trip to Las Vegas to see our iHeartRadio Music Festival with Sammy Hagar, Bryan Adams, The Offspring, and more, and $1,000 at 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream.